Hi, Tim Hicks for guitargoods.com. Today on our free guitar lessons we're talking a little bit about the electric guitar. Now, this is for the first time guitar player. If you've never played, we're starting at the very beginning. And we need to learn a little bit about the instrument at first before we move on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the electric guitar. I'm using my Stadium ST420, which is a great instrument. I love this instrument. It's got a lot of great tones. And we do sell this guitar here on guitargoods.com. Let's talk about the body for a second. The body has a couple of things. Electric guitar pickups. Now these can be a variety of styles and sizes. A pickup switch that selects which pickup you're actually using. And then volume and tone controls. Also a bridge and a tailpiece. The strings come down at an angle off the bridge, and they work in conjunction with the nut, which is at the other end. We'll talk about that in a moment. And that gives you actually the string energy or the sound of the sustain. So let's talk a little bit about what kind of sounds we get. First of all, with the bridge pickup, the bridge pickup's kind of a bright sound. You don't hear a lot of folks use that sound, but it sounds great with distortion. So it sounds really good with distortion. The middle switch is a little bit of both pickups. It's a little bit more palatable, just a little bit nicer sound, kind of jazzy. And the neck pickup is a little bit more vintage kind of sound. This is great if you want to do some fast lead playing on the neck pickup, put a little delay and some distortion. Great sound. Again, I get a lot of good sounds out of this guitar. Now let's move up a little bit to talk about the neck on the guitar. The neck, you'll notice these metal pieces that go across. These are called frets. So we call this the fretboard. This is where our fingers play. You may hear it called the fingerboard. Either term is actually adequate and correct. Then we have position markers. Right here we have the third fret marker, which is sometimes is a dot, sometimes it's an inlay like what we have here. We have these markers at the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, and the 12th fret, and it goes on up, and we'll just stop at the 12th fret. Oftentimes when these are represented by dots, the 12th fret will have 2 dots. I actually have dots on this side of the guitar so I can see where I'm going a little bit easier. So that works well. How the guitar feels in your hand, how the neck feels in your hand rather, is really super important. If it's comfortable and you don't have to press the string down too far, this is going to be a fun instrument for you to play. Now let's move on up towards the headstock, and the first thing you're going to see here is the nut. And I mentioned a moment ago that the nut works in conjunction with the bridge. And just as where the strings come down off the bridge at an angle, the strings also come down at an angle off of the nut. And the strings go to each of the posts on the tuning keys. So these are tuning keys, these are posts. There are holes in the post, and you put the string in the post, and you wind up the string. You tighten it to make the pitch go higher, and you loosen it to make the pitch go lower. So what we have there is just an overall review of the electric guitar, the body, the neck, and the headstock. This is the first thing we have to do is sort of understand what we're working with. It's very much like a car. You have to learn how to use the steering wheel, your pedals, and your gear shift. And once you learn how to operate the car, you can drive it anywhere. We're going to take that same approach with the electric guitar. So thanks very much, and check out some of our additional lessons for entry-level guitar playing. And again, I'm Tim Hicks with guitargoods.com. Thanks a lot.